Greetings, citizens of the digital world. It is I, the serial killer, coming to you today on day 210 of the year Vlogging Dangerously. There's a one-take wonder introduction for you if I'd never seen one. Today, gonna be a short one. A thought occurred to me just now, actually. I had something else in mind, but a thought occurred to me that it's interesting how, in general, I don't think about things like the Olympics. I don't think about things like the monarchy. I don't think about things like spectacle and show and goofy, over the top stuff. But at the same time, I can kind of geek out over it. I'm not a monarchist. I acknowledge that I signed a contract in service to the Queen of England as a Canadian, because the Queen of England is the ruler of Canada still, nominally, and whatnot. But I am not a monarchist. I don't know. I'm not down with that. Yet, Queen Elizabeth's involvement in the opening ceremonies of the London 2012 Olympics was pretty badass, I will say that. The fact that they got the Queen to act for the first time ever, essentially, like act, and acknowledge James Bond's existence, acknowledge Daniel Craig as James Bond, was pretty cool. I'm down with that. And the arrangement of the spectacle, I think, is more than the spectacle itself. I have long held aspirations towards being some form of director, writer, whatever, creator of movies, or theater, spectacle, whatever. The fact that the Danny Boyle, is it? Yeah, the Slumdog Millionaire guy managed to convince the Queen, first of all, to be accessible and open and do this, and then arrange it so that it looks like the Queen, with a pre-taped thing, a bit of live theater, and a great entrance point to make it look like the Queen actually parachuted into the opening Olympics. It's a kind of nice touch. It's a nice opener. Some of the other stuff in there at random, like the dancing people on hospital beds and stuff, I don't know. The Mary Poppins that's old ass references there. I say if you're going to go all out and acknowledge the old school old school Victorian era and beyond, you should have had at the opening ceremonies during their Age of Industry thing. Or even during the torchlighting itself, underneath the cauldron, should have had a bunch of children shoveling coal into the precursor fire. It's just, it's just a thought for the next time. Acknowledge that child labor. Anyway, as usual, though, I've been the serial killer. Questions, comments, concerns, death threats, to put them in the comment section below. I've got to go to work, so I've made this one very short and rambly. I will talk to you all tomorrow.